I am a little bit later than I usually am. And I would request for you to have some grace. That is what we're going to talk about today. So I'll say, indeed, and greetings unto you, beloved and holy friends. I say thank you for joining me again on this conscious evolution. Today we're going to consider and discuss having some grace. All right? Very much so from the perspective of being asked, you know, that maybe someone is a little bit frazzled. Maybe they're bumbling around. Maybe they don't know what to say. Maybe they are clumsy. I was pretty clumsy yesterday. I had like a few clumsy moments. Went to a Mexican restaurant and like the first thing I dropped was my earphones. As I was taking my helmet off, earphones comes out of my ears. My one of my earphones rolls underneath like an older couple's table. Frizzle, frazzle. So it's nice having you here, Sam. And then I'm like, sorry, can I get my earphones? And the older guy goes, yeah, I did feel something hitting my feet. Thought I dropped something. I'm like, no, sir, I'm so sorry. And then I'm like crawling under the table, get my earphone. And he was like, there you go. And then during that whole process of me taking my helmet off, I dropped my glasses as well. And I was more concerned with my earphones because they're new, even though they're not working the way they're supposed to. Grace. You see that? That was live grace right there. Got them. Then he tells me like a few seconds, maybe 30 or 40 seconds later, he's like, hey bro, your glasses are on the floor. Pick them up before they get stepped on. And then I'm like, oh, thank you. Oh, embarrassing. He picks up the glasses. What? No, my light. I literally just unplugged it from the what? I just unplugged it from power. I don't understand. I must have no understand. Did it not get charged? I guess not. I guess I was charging the wall with my. I'm dead serious. This thing can double as a power bank.
Does it really?
Yeah, it can.
Wow.
But I guess.
Guess you're charging the wall.
I guess I was charging the wall last night. Alas. Oh, grace. Have some grace with me. Thank you. That is what today's stream topic is about. It feels very part of the course. I should be used to this at this point. Things working the way I thought they were gonna work. Funny. That's very funny.
When did you drop your headphones yesterday?
When I was in the little Mexican restaurant, when I took my helmet off, that bird literally just startled me. I just saw the face coming, and I was like, "What is that?" And I was like, "Oh, it's bird."
Just face.
Just a little face. I've had days like that. I suspect those are the days the universe shifts to the left a few inches. I'm always bumping shoulders into corners and shit. Yeah, it was kind of like that, Sam. I
Good morning, Sam.
after Joe says good morning, she's getting dressed for workies. After I pick up my glasses and I get it, I think I drop. What did I drop? I think I dropped some of my gloves. And then I have to shimmy away, and I pick my gloves up. And then just before I leave, I bump my glass full of water and ice off the table.
Off the table?
It didn't break. It didn't break, but it was a mess.
But everybody looked in your direction.
And then the waiter is such a nice guy. He comes and he's like, "Don't worry, sir. I'll clean it for you." And I'm like, "No." As I'm like picking bits of ice up off the ground, I'm like, "No, man. I'm gonna do it though. This is my fuck." But he had so much grace with me, so much grace, and it came to me as a reminder that I could have some grace with myself as well. Like legitimately, Joe. This thing was plugged in right here all day yesterday. I think there's something wrong with this charger, maybe. If I try and charge it with another one, this one doesn't work either. Is this thing Okay, there we go. It's not broken, but it's definitely not working. I'm gonna see if I can plug this little battery bank into it and see if I can get it to work like that.
Alright, where'd my shoes go? What shoes did I wear yesterday?
Ah, light. Is that Dan? Melt, I sent you a song request for today on Discord. I have no idea what you're talking about. And I'm totally not tired and stuff and stalling for time before I realize that I have to be dancing.
Oh.
Are you stalling for time as well, Joe? You want to stay home? It really is not fun saying bye to Joe. Also, good morning, bro. Morning, Joe. Do you on Wednesdays we wear pink? I was about to say like that could be pink.
This is so far from
Could be pink if I like squint my eyes and look the other way. It could be.
Am I supposed to wear pink on Wednesdays?
You see, like if I squint my eyes and I look away the other way, like this I could consider it as pink, and maybe like this is pink
Maybe this
here.
color right here, I feel like it's like not.
There's that little spot of pink. I
This is
got
actually my Tuesday shirt.
I got some pinkishness. This is more purples. There's a pinkish,
Am I
isn't
supposed to
this?
wear pink on Tuesday, Wednesdays?
I don't know. Maybe it's a breast cancer thing. Am I saying mean things? We're not supposed to say something like that. Why the pink wearing? No excuses. Oh, old manning. I'm an old man. Old men don't dance. So what do you mean? What do you mean, bro? Old men can't dance. Old men need to sit on their chair and so slowly slowly sip their coffees.
You know what? Now that I think about it, I wear pink every day.
Yeah.
My jacket.
Oh, true. Yeah. Joe has this puffer jacket that she wears all the time, and that one's pink. That counts. That's a very lively shirt, Joe. Warm colors. On Wednesdays we wear pink. It's from Mean Girls.
Oh, that's right.
It's a Mean Girls
Can I
line.
sit next to you for a second?
Of course. Mean Girls. I don't think I've watched any of the Mean Girls.
Really?
Nope.
What?
Haven't.
But you quote it. What do you mean?
What?
He doesn't go to this school.
What? That's a Mean Girls quote.
I'm pretty sure.
I mean, I'm an internet resident, so I've seen probably them,
Memes?
yeah, the memes and the quotes, but I haven't seen the actual. I know the so fetch. Stop trying to get so fetch to work, Brittany, or something. Is it Brittany? What's her name? It's never gonna work. Or did it work? Is that also Mean Girls?
That was Mean
You
Girls.
see,
yeah.
I was wondering. Mel, he wants me to dance. He wants me to dance to Loco Uno, Bass Nectar, and Stylust Beats remix. Yassi, sounds like it's gonna be fun. That's cute AF. Don't change. Yeah, nice.
What, the shirt?
That's right. No excuses. You look like Whitney Port's husband.
I don't know who Whitney Port is.
I don't know who Whitney Port or her husband is. Am I
Or what they
curious?
look like.
Hey Google, what does Whitney Port's husband look like?
I gotta go to work.
Oh, it is true. It's 21 minutes past. Okay.
Oh no.
I can kind of see it. Wait a second.
I think I left my jacket at work.
Really? It's not in the car.
Oh man.
Why does this feel? Something feels sketchy about this. I don't know why.
Why?
I don't know. It's just the article. His name is Tim Rosenman. I can kind of see it. Kind of, little bit, maybe a little bit, maybe from if you look
behind.
if you look from afar and you squint your eyes and then look the other way.
His hair's so straight. Yours is so not like.
I think it's the eyebrows a little bit,
maybe. The
maybe.
eyebrows. Yeah. His eyes point kind of down on the outsides, and yours kind of go up. Shorter
Looks
distance
at myself
between
again.
your eyelids and your eyebrows.
It's
But I
true.
can see it.
I look like myself. Damn it. I look like MeltMore. I'll tell you.
And Walmart Chris Pratt.
And
Or what was
Walmart.
is that what they said?
Walmart Chris Pontius or Walmart's Chris Pratt
No, well, Heath Ledger.
or Walmart Heath
But you know,
Ledger.
like the hair now that it's not curly and long doesn't look like Ledger as much. I think the
Even
hair
Jon
didn't
Snow. Like the Jon Snow comments came a lot from
the hair being
having
long.
having the like side hair. Yeah. Love is true. You wanna say goodbye, Joe? You wanna give us a hug? You wanna give me a hug?
Oh, don't spill your coffee.
No, it's closed. It
Oh yeah.
got auto lock. That's why I got auto lock so
My
that
friends.
I don't waste my coffee all over my legs. Love you, Joe. Have a good day at work.
Have a good day at home.
Are we in the fast today? Is that happening?
Let's do it.
We're fasting. Yeah. I was gonna offer to make her something for lunch, but
You can make me a tea.
I'll make you some tea for lunch. Sounds good to
No
me.
honey, please.
No, yeah. The honey is almost done, so
Love you.
extra incentive not to use it. Love you, Zhao. Safe travels. Why do you have so many plans and why is your style so alternative looking, bro? Being a fucking weirdo? Maybe, Lewis. Maybe I'm being a weirdo. You don't know. Maybe I like being weird though. Maybe. Maybe this is normal to me. Have you considered that? That's the real thing to consider. That what's normal to me might be what's weird to you. But you think I'm dressing alternatively? I take that as a compliment. I like dressing alternatively. This pants has a big ass hole in it, but I'm wearing a. Here you see, I'm wearing another pair of pants underneath. Have you ever seen someone style like that? Wear clothing that's supposed to be in the trash? Fucking didn't think so. Alternativing hard. Have some grace, is what I'll say to you. That's today's stream topic after all. Maybe I should have some grace with you as well. And we can grace together. Read that song request out loud, let it wash over you, then bump it and dance it. I'll definitely dance to it. I'll dance to it, Dan, I promise. Why are you being a fuck? Coming into somebody's space and being an asshole. Yeah, that should be a thing that you should consider, right? Like, this is like a little house, little room, right? And then if I invite you into my room, invite you into my house, you could start judging. Oh, I hate your bedding. Your closet's a mess, you slob. Why is your floors so ugly? Right? And then guess what? Nobody is gonna want you in their room again. Yeah, if I don't have some grace. How about that? Trying to make fetch happen, Gretchen. That's Gretchen. That's never gonna happen. I want my pink shirt back. Jubjal schlimm vloes, kommer flanks. Flanks. That is a butter. Is butter a car? Sheen brand, Jamie Fraser. You blouse, thank you, Gobs. I'm guessing you're talking to Joe, but is that Aunt B? Oh, Joe, you're so gorgeous. I hope you'll have a great day. Aunt B. I don't know if you know, but we were talking about you and Uncle Becky just yesterday. Was it yesterday, Gobs? It was yesterday, right? So awesome. Boopers! Goop. To see you, bestie. Aunt B, what a surprise. All of the celebrations. Howdy, friends. Such a strong badass that woman is. Aunt B, I was there for that stream. She shared the wisdom of wherever you are, use what you have to do what you need. You should really help me with that quote, but it's been like a special one for me, Aunt B. Do what you can. There it is. Do what you can with what you have where you are. There it is. Yeah, it's still in my brain. It's still locked in. It's such a good Aunt B quote that she'll keep echoing in my brains. Dan says, "Y'all, I'm shooketh. I support 3 environments at work. I've been unable to remote into all three for a month straight, been fighting with people for the physical workstations as that's not my only option. It's so annoying. Don't work for the government, they're inefficient as hell. I had a few conversations about cybersecurity in the last while, and it's one of those things where if you loosen the chains don't go back on again. And I'm guessing that's the kind of situation you're in right now with this. There are chains, chains upon chains, and the closest way to get to the short side of the chain is to touch the physical computer where it stems from. They pushed out a security update and then as fuck my shit sideways. We were indeed boop the snoot. It's been so long. So this is paid day off then. No, Sam, I have to fight with people for the physical workstations. They're still expected to do my job. I just now have to work around other people's schedule. That's great. Love that for you. Working around other people's schedules, that's awesome. And I hope you, I'm sending you grace. Deep, deep, long breaths. Calming down, yes, mindfulness. I could elaborate in great detail how incompetent and underskilled the leaders in my current work organization were, the one that you quit. But it matters not because they're all about to be in my rear view. Gabadygoo has acquired new employment. He has upskilled himself and has escaped the clutches of incompetence. It's been too long. I hope your friends are doing well, so well. Aunt B, did you know? And that was kind of like a part of it. Did you know that I now live in the United States of America? I think you did. I think you commenting on Joe looking nice might have given it away a little bit. Now, have you been boopers? I've been thinking about y'all. Was fixing to text yesterday. Where's that pretty little girl I see with you? See you with. She went to work, oh. She went to work. Every time she goes away. And I know. She'll be back later, at least. So I don't have to cry too much about it. You get to fight people to work for other people? That sounds like unemployment with extra status. Thank you for the hearts. I can feel it. I can feel it. Little kisses. I'm going into this 9:30 meeting with some Darth Vader energy. You have failed me. You have failed me. One last time, Admiral. Truly been thinking about you so much lately. I'm almost done with my child development associate, and I'm really enjoying it. You did have a lot of practice with your kids. I'm guessing that the way I interpret child development associate is that you're going to be helping children, right? I can imagine having kids would help. I definitely I'm thinking about the time in which I teach English in China. I'm just thinking about the relationship I had with the kids. They really liked me, you know. I had like two students. They were like tandem. They were probably friends. I don't know if they were conspiring before they came to class, but as soon as that class door would open, both of them would sprint at my legs. And then one of them would attach himself to this leg, and the other one would attach himself to that leg. And I think it's because I was strong enough to basically pretend they weren't there, and I would still walk around with these children dangling from my legs. I'd be like, oh, where is Timmy and Johnny? I don't see him on the seats. Little dudes laughing at me. Still made me cringe. Still made me cringe. It's like, because it's one of those things of like, is this gonna be my new reality? Am I just gonna have children attached to my legs every single time I have to give this class? At least I did talk with my assistant teacher and told them, basically I was like, I was like, oh, can you ask them to not, And it looked like she was really mean to them, which made me feel bad because I wanted them to be like, don't or whatever, and then they were like, you fuck, better not do that. Uh, I did play them kalimba too. They seemed to like that. I played some of the kids' cytrons. Yeah. They did seem to be fascinated. They were like, what is happening with my ears? Where did this come from? I think the first time I ever heard a Cytrons track, I was in my 20s. Lucky little dudes. All right, we got the Spirit Brothers here. Hey, bud. Hope you're well. And how's it going? It's going well. It's very stressful here today in the UK. What's happening in the UK, bro? I have been. I've been trying to look for the word. A Luddite. There it is. I have been as close to a Luddite. No, I don't think so. A Luddite is someone that actively hates technology. I've been as close to the Amish. I shouldn't say stuff like that. I've been very Amish as of late, barely using my technology. I haven't been watching anything. Legitimately. Right, remember yesterday I was like, I've watched 20 minutes of YouTube in the last 2 weeks. That number hasn't gone up by a second. Yesterday, I went to Bedford on my EUC. Remember, I was like, the risks involved, and I was like talking about driving very far on EUC. I did it. It got done. I didn't make it back. The way I was riding my wheel, I could only, I think I can only get like 30 miles on a charge. Which, I mean, 30 miles is good. 30 miles is a good stretch of miles, but no, man. It's rated for 72. Technically, I could have if I rode slow, but I don't. And then during that whole process, that's what I'm getting at. I was riding my EUC this way, and then the Amish were coming that way. You know, I have like a whole thing, like a little bit of a saltiness, to be completely honest, with like combustion vehicles. When a big truck drives past me, I smell it. It smells like big truck. It smells like inefficiency. It smells like 1 gallon per mile. Maybe not exactly, but it has that feeling to me. It makes me like, ugh. And then when I drove past the Amish, I smelled their horses. And I don't know if I didn't like it, but I was aware of it. I was like, smells like horse. And then I was thinking to myself, what a scene it was. Me on a single wheel with, all of my devices. I had my drone on me as well. I did actually get some drone footage at one point. Had my drone on me, had a pair of wireless earphones in my ears, was listening to psychedelic trance, like 135 to 145 BPM music. Like I was so far away from being Amish. As I was passing those Amish people, I was like, I am something else, aren't I? I am something completely different. And I wonder what they were thinking. Were they thinking that's stupid? Were they thinking that they would like that too? It might be cool. I would love seeing the Amish on the UCs. I don't know. Tell me if I'm saying stuff that I'm not supposed to say. Am I supposed to not make jokes like this? I'm not joking. I'm dead serious. I would love to see that. I would love to teach the Amish how to ride the UCs, but I think that would be like some sort of sacrilege, right? Like they're not like a vehicle powered by any other means than animal is not okay, right? I think so. I wish I could have a conversation with them, but they looked like they were on their ways. Like they didn't want to stop and have chats. Tell us, sorry, Spirit Brothers, tell us what's going on in the UK. I don't know how I got that far distracted, but alas, here we are. What's going on? Congrats on B. Going to school as an adult is awesome, and you will appreciate the experience so much more. Dan sharing that love as well. You're getting an associate's, can confirm, Dan. You got it, Melt. I believe Teddy Roosevelt may have said it. I didn't hear Teddy Roosevelt say it. I only saw Aunt B say it, I'll let you know. Love is true. Look, the decision today to home educate our son because he ain't getting on a school environment and there was also a stabbing at school. So we're far enough. So for us, that was enough, but it was going to be hard. Am I? There we go. We think so as parents. It's been difficult one, and we need to adapt to a new challenge and be true to our best to ensure he receives a good education and keep his social care support going. Yeah, I get it, right? I honestly believe that all of my, maybe not all of it, but so much of our skewed social reasoning, so much of our body dysmorphia, so much of our like social ineptitude in some ways or capabilities comes from being in school. School did a lot of harm to me, I'll say, right? And you do basically surrender your children to be raised by other kids when you send them to school. And it is definitely a hard one. I can't imagine how hard it must be being a parent, having to make that decision. Tough circumstances, but you're making mature and loving decisions. This is so true, Dan. The information is incredible. I wish I would have known this stuff before having children, but now I can apply it to helping many other kids. Your kids are still kids enough. They're not little kids still in their development process. This is true. But, but, as you said, now you can help others. That is the most important part. That's a hard call, brother. That's how I know it's the right one. My advice is to seek out homeschool groups in your area to make sure your kid has plenty of opportunities to socialize. Yeah, good advice from the community. I haven't had any babies yet on B, but I do want to share with them not just knowledge, but wisdom. What do I want to share with my kids one day? I want to share wanderlust, right? Like a sense of awe, a a fascination and enjoyment of things as they are with my kids if I could. Right? I want them to be super stoked about the ordinary things. I want them to see a rock on the ground and be like, wow, look at this rock, Dad. Look at this interesting shaped rock. Don't you think that's neat? And I'll be like, yeah, that is pretty neat. Let me see that. Checks it. Wow, it's a cool rock you got here. Thanks for showing me this little mini me, and give it back to him. Maybe one day. Wasn't your Yoko voice. Sam. Thanks, Sam. I appreciate you. It's definitely going to be a crazy few months until we find our rhythm and find groups, etc. Exactly. Spirit brother, we're there as well. Public school is intense and not in the best interest of many kids. I commend you, and I'll be thinking of y'all. Love is true. Thank you, Aunt B, for sharing that love. I imagine it will. I don't know how stringent environments are where you live. I live in the Wild West of homeschool states. There's almost no rules, which explain things the further south you go. Public schools, as it is just an idea of how you should be educating children, and it's one of the many we've had since we've started trying to standardize. And I, for one, as someone who pays attention to how much funding the DOE gets, am not convinced public school can do the job right now. Yeah, we do live in the age of AI as well. And feel what you may about AI. There is like Khan Academy, right? And I'm pretty sure Khan Academy has like a whole AI built into their systems as well, right? So you can, as a kid, while you're doing your enrichment classes, you can have this very educated teacher, right? That knows exactly what's going on, be there with you. I agree with you, Sam. You're homeschooling bubblers. I think they were, right? I recognize that's a hot take, but it's mine. MJF? Why does it sound like a band? Previously Frozen. Love is true. I had a bad experience at school also and was subject to bullying. Even me. I got bullied extensively. I wasn't beaten that much. Only got beaten like once, but I did get made fun of a lot, and I got threatened a lot as well. Right, the getting threatened that I'll get beat to the actually getting beat ratio was pretty high, as in way more threats than actually. But it wasn't the vibe. I'll let you know. I hated school, like hated it, like like starts having anarchy anarchical thoughts I was having. I promise. Like I became an anarchist because of school. uh, I was so disillusioned so quickly with reality. I had a bad experience at school, the bullying. I have always said school stands for sucks children's happiness out of life. That's just my opinion, as in one that fits all thing. Yeah, public school was created to make factory workers. We don't live that way anymore. That's literally what I said back then as well, Dan. I was like, you do know that this system we're being educated in makes us factory workers. Do you want to be factory worker? No? Then why are you letting yourself be almost like co-opted? Why are you giving your brains to be washed by these cretins? These machine men? Tell you what to do, tell you how to live? Huh. I do have a song like that. Maybe I should dance to it. I haven't danced yet. I haven't forgotten. You're forgetting. I'm not forgetting. You're forgetting. You can chillax, so you can do that all you want. You know me, bro. I don't respond to screaming. I'm not a scream responding kind of guy. Machine Men? Is it called Machine Men? Tell you what to do, how to live? No, it's not called Machine Men. Man. Man. Let me see if I can find it this way. Mm-hmm. I'm thinking about a line. I think it was Charlie Chaplin who was talking about don't let your lives be co-opted by machine men. But there's a Psytrance track that I think uses that line, and I'm trying to look for it. It doesn't know what Psytrance is. It keeps misspelling it. It is Charlie Chaplin. Yeah, the great dictator. Don't give yourself to these unnatural men. Machine men with machine minds and machine hearts. You are not machines. You are not cattle. You are men. Yeah. The dictator. I don't think I'm gonna find it. It's definitely not called The Dictator. But I'll try. The Dictator? Nay. If I search Charlie? Nay. Alas, there's probably no way that I'm gonna be finding it anytime soon. It's one of my old tracks. It just came to my mind with this whole school fractal for a second. That is also true. Public schools and excessive homework exists as structure to accustom kids to working long overtime hours for their boss, unquestioned, anytime they are asked. Yep, I did not do my homework. I was like, oh, yeah, you would have trained me. I'll fucking train myself to show myself that even if I don't do anything you tell me to, I'll still be fine. Did you donate to me? No, that's nice, Spirit Brothers. Thank you, bro. Appreciate you sharing some love with me. Assignments, they start coming home. I dropped out of high school senior year in order to save my mental well-being and maybe even my life. I get it, I'll say. Let's not talk about how close we were to up your butt. God. He's finished this year with Emma, graduates. He's doing really well, unlike previous years. but I just know what it does to their minds and emotional well-being. I know too, Boopers. Love you for caring so much. Hey, there's Zhao with us too. We love you, Zhao. Y'all give a shout out to the new friend in chat, Christy. She's dealing with a medical issue this morning. Sending out that healing. Thank you for letting us honor her. Imagining her coming back into this space with a big smile on her face and happy to let us know that she's okay. Sending you love, Dan. Thank you for bringing some attention to her. I could go on and on about the scientific evidence, but instead I put into action with the kids as much as I can. That's all we can do. Darren is here too. We can chant her name, Fight Club style, Dan. Christopherson Waltz, y'all. May all the healing lovins and light make you smile bright at as those T cells fight. I love how me and Joe had like a little prayer almost that we both gave. That's so cute, Joe. Thank you for that. I'm going to have to go. I've so much to sort out here this afternoon, but you all have a wonderful, blessed day, and I'll catch up soon. Love to you, Spirit Brother. It's nice to have you here, friend. You've been a beautiful part of this community. I'm wishing you luck with all that you need to do and sort out. I'm sure you'll find the right path for you as well. For context, I started calling her Christoph Waltz, and that naturally evolved into Christopherson Waltz. It is pretty funny. There's a bunch of rainbows on the floor here for me again. You got my rainbows? Little bits of rainbows. Little rainbow flecks. Get your rainbows. Get your rainbows. Wow. All right. Now, without further adoing, I need to go dance. All right. That needs to what's happen next. Need to go make you dance. It's a fun nickname. It's catchy. No one gets a nickname, but I am the nickname giver. I have a list of people who have reluctantly had to accept my nickname. That's a fun nickname. It's catchy. Yeah, absolutely. Their critical thinking, problem solving, and actual life skills, social emotional skills are completely demolished. It's almost like people that don't have any of those skills are easier to control. Almost like people that don't have the ability to solve their own problems look for authority to solve those problems for them. It's almost like that's the way it was planned. The rebel in me. I'll rebel! I'll rebel! Don't look at me like that, school, I say. I'm gonna do my own thing. I'm gonna do my own thing. Just only checking the bottom of my feet. Making sure I don't have any landmine. Having a doggo in the house. The best is when they don't want the nickname, but everyone in the friend group latches onto it and starts calling the person by that nickname. That is pretty funny. All right. I need to dance. I know that I am stalling. I'm stalling. I'm doing a stall. Is this good? Is this where I'm dancing? Oh, that was nice. Oh. Don't want to hit that plant. Jump. Watch out. Jump. Zero. Nah, it doesn't reach. I'm not stalling. You're stalling. I want to be the minority. I don't need your fucking authority, exactly. If I was looking for authority, I would worship God. But yes, yes, I think I can relate a little bit to my dad in that is like the God is the only real authority. You ain't got no power, governments. Just my God got power. All right. I think that is fine. Can dance all the way up to here. You can see my feet. You can still see the top of my head. Dance all the way to here. Dance all the way to there. Yes, fantastic. The grass is melting out there. The grass is melting. The grass is revealing itself. Stop laughing. The ice is melting out there, right? All right. Let's see this track that Dan sent me. He seemed very persistent. Uh, yep, Melty, I have another song request for today. It's not four on the floor, but I want to take a risk and see what you think. I will now proceed to copy this name. Base Nectar. I seem to be getting very frustrated. Let me just copy it like that. I'm guessing YouTube music is going to be it. Though the masters make the rules for the wise men and the fools, I've got nothing, ma, to live up to. I am neither a wise man nor a fool. I am something in between. I am me, living as myself. The grass is melting, did Yellowstone go up and into the Litos? I knew someone was gonna say something, and the fact that it's Sam doesn't surprise me. It makes me happy. Let me go get my speaker. There might be a screaming. There might be. If there is screaming, bear with me. Can you see all of those cool lines on the floor? Furry little mini rainbows. Little mini rainbowies. I'm quickly gonna go to the bathroom, alright? And then we'll be back in 1 second to dance. Like there definitely is a little bit of an adjustment period happening with the difference in wake up times, right? And today's stream topic was in part kind of like inspired by this whole change and this reminder of having grace with myself as all of these changes happen around me, for me, with me. There's so much happening in the world right now, and grace is the only thing that I can really afford myself. Afford yourself some grace. Have some grace, they say. Like it is something to acquire. Turning it back on again. I hope you friends don't get too bored and leave. I will be back in 1 second. I'm rushing back quickly. Mission. Success. This thing is on. Not yet. Is Kate here? Hey, Kate. What a pleasure seeing your name. Bathroom. You see this? He's stalling. Yes. Totally using the bathroom. I wasn't just doing a bunch of push-ups. Getting very strong. So I don't have to come and dance. Quick brag on Emma. She's playing the lead role in the Frankenstein play. Won the state marching competition and ranked third in her class. Killed it at solo and ensemble. Thank you for sharing that good stuff with us. I don't know if she's ever going to tune into this space or if she still cares what we as a community think, but do tell her we're proud of her. Aunt B, that's awesome. She's almost done in her associates, with her associates, as she graduates high school and is preparing for her first year at SFA. I don't know what that is, but I'm sure it's an establishment. Emma sounds like she's a super duper trooper with bazooka bass, so heavy. Congrats, Aunt B, on absolutely crushing it as a mama. Hey, Bethany. Kate saying hi too. We got Varangova here. Late Gan. It's nice having you. Thank you, Dan. There goes the light. Oh, but it switched to battery. The battery that it was plugged into died, but it's time to dance. I'm gonna stop stalling, okay? Thank you, Dan. She's extremely dedicated and hardworking. You and your beloved husband, Uncle Becky, has showed her that hard work. I'd like to believe that's where she got it from, at least in part. Of course, she have to do it herself as well, but we're gonna keep complimenting you for being good, mama. Get complimented. Get complimented. Dance, dance, dance. Yeah, it's happening. It's finally happening. Can it be a beat shift? Not bad, but I feel like I still had a hard time dancing to it. Thanks, Mel. You handled my 90 BPM like a pro. I did well. I did well. Thanks. It was hard. I promise. I was like, because I don't want to be. I don't want to be silly. You know. I think that's the big thing. I think I was like having a whole inner dialogue with myself about the ego and specifically the way it wants to be seen and how all of us have, an idea, I'd like to believe, of who we are and how we would like to be perceived by others. Hey, on D became a melter, a member of this channel. Thank you, dear friend. It's nice having you. Keep in mind, I say this as someone who squints in the sunlight, requires explicit permission to enter public residences, and is usually not welcome inside a church. What's more, making vampire jokes? It's 10 a.m. The vampires can't deal. The ripped pants. The neighbors. His neighbors. In the morning. Well, William, I'd like to believe that there is good enough insulation in this home that it's soundproof-ish as well. I really do hope so for the sake of everyone else. I love it's true though. I don't do it a lot, and I do have earphones for most of my music listening, at least. At your wedding, I'll teach you how to bounce. House trance makes you jump. Bass music makes you bounce. No, I do get that. Oh, okay. I think I now get more of what you're trying to say. You need to bounce. You need to, when it goes, you go, kind of like dance like that. Is that what you mean? Am I understanding correctly? I do enjoy jumping. I think I have jumping legs. These legs want to jump. It is a cool way to contrast, though. That's the other part that I was thinking as well. Very interesting way to contrast. Atomic Joy. A distinct sidetrack. Shaking my... It is. All right. This is probably going to be fast. I don't know if I'm that into this track. It's not bad, but it's too similar, right? Let's see if it. Let's see. We'll skip to the whole other next bass line. Yeah, this is why I saved this track. We'll play something else though. Hey. This I can feel. This is why I couldn't lock into this track because this is actually the track I need to play. Then it's happening. Womp slurm womp 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 womp. Yes, thank you, Gob. Gob understands. That's it. You can make it one step further and a headband a little bit. Silly got the hair for it. Better. I should take my microphone off.
Yes, and make them all out. Yes, and make them all out. Turn up the bass and make them all have fun. How we ablaze the fire and make it fun. Critics, them for no. We must up the place, turn up the bass and make them all have fun. How we ablaze the fire, make it fun. Then we must up the place, turn up the bass and make some sound. Why run? And we will end the week just like a Sunday. We must up the place, turn up the bass and make them all have fun. Critics ablaze the fire, make it fun. Then we must up the place, turn up the bass and make some sound. Why run? And we will end your week just like a Sunday. Mash up the place. Yes, I make them all out.
Oh my goodness. My legs are so cooked. Riding on that EUC for 2 hours yesterday, they love me. We're fasting today. Wow. Whew. I don't know what to expect of this track. It feels very atmospheric though. I want something else. Takes one to know one. US Super Bozo. Makes me think about Bozo the Clown. I do have a very like light-hearted relationship with myself as a clown. Can't stop. Yeah. Done. That was quick. My carabiners are buzzing on this thing. That ain't it. I just paused it. This is vintage. It was like that for a long time. Get more intense at the end. Nee. Fine. I think then it repeats the same. Nope. I do think it changes by the next beat variation. Yeah. Woo. But then it keeps this up for too long. Watch. All the way like a minute later. Yep, that same. And then we have to go all the way to the next beat variation again. This feels very similar to the last one as well. Deep skip. Too much repeating. It's so bad. Sarah. My love is true. Thank you. There's so much love in chat while scrolling Reddit RPan. Man, there's so much love. I need to stop the music. Yeah. These pans are well taken care of. That's true. I've taken well care of them, but then I'll do like something like this, and then suddenly my pants have rips in them. Unfortunately. It really is one of those things that I look forward to being able to remedy. I think I could potentially stitch it together just with like a string and a needle, right? How much more does one need? But I'm gonna have to add like, I think, big old patches in it. Hobo style. Bozo style. That's right. Bozo style. This is a bouncer for sure, Melty. Skrillex. I knew you were gonna like the Skrillex fractal, Dan. Happy that I could dance with that one. I feel like I was really into it. Did you see the post? The dance video clips in Haywire Hill. I didn't go. Was a different Dan. Boopers remembers. How many hundreds of days ago did I find some long-haired hippie dancing in a pasture and then spoke to that doopy afterwards while scrolling Reddit Arpan streams. At least 1600. 1600 days ago. What a trip. What a journey it's been to get to where it is we are right now. It always is like that, but I feel it's so special that I have this experience with you, friends. Right? Life is a special thing. All of us are having special lives, and I feel it can only be made more special by having special people in our lives to special with. Right? Nudge, nudge. Right? Right? You get what I'm saying, right? This is nice. I like this. Isn't that good? The air is so dry in America that I've noticed. The air is very dry, and it makes my skin itch. I need to moisturize myself. I can hear the ether. I should moisturize. I don't moisturize. I never. I probably have moisturized myself a total of 20 times in my life, and I'm not joking. I'm dead serious. Like maybe 20 times in my entire life. I can count the last 4 times it's happened. I can recall them. I can clearly be like, yep, 4 times in the last 5 years. Now I get it. Now I get why people moisturize, because sometimes the humidity is 20%. Sometimes. It's not actually 20%. It's 40 inside right now. But that is still the low end of what I'm used to. Me complaining about the weather. I'm sorry. I just feel almost like a little bit overwhelmed by the thought of how far we've come. Like literally, right? The version of me that you saw in that moment, kind of fractal gobs, and the version of me that I am now. There's a little fleck. There we go. Fleck removed. Now my brain can stop telling me, there's a fleck. Remove the dust fleck. Remove it. I feel like my brain is getting like literally bum rushed by endorphins after like stopping dancing, that I just need to take a moment to like regather my mind. I am grateful to be here. Establish a truth. There is love in this space for me. This is so. I look forward to seeing how much further we will go, bro. Alright, what is the next 1600 days gonna look like for us? Sure do. I wonder if it was the same Dan, literally how I ended up here, Gab, bored during the pandemic in Arpan, and was like, what? Nan, Aunt B, you might remember me as Poopsie 808 from the earlier days, Arpan days. We did holding the reverse with feathered tan. So much love. I'm member now. Yes, sir. Reporting for duty. Take one to no one. Love is true. I can feel that I'm over-caffeinated, y'all. I haven't even finished my coffee, dude. I was definitely in that state a little bit as well. I did make it strong. Like I crushed beans, and then I put the beans in the pour over, and I was like, crushed more beans. Too many beans got crushed though. Too many caffeines in this cup. I'm happy that we're here together, processing the caffeinations. And here I am taking another sip of coffee. Me getting ready on. I'm gonna drink some more of it. It's still before. Is it 2? I think 2 is the latest that I should be drinking coffee. I had some strange sleep last night. That kind of sleep that you wake up uncomfortable and you're like, ah, ah, and then you try and sleep about it, but you're uncomfortable, so you don't just easily fall asleep. You know, it's kind of like that for a while. We went to Texas Roadhouse, is that right? Texas Steakhouse last night with the family. Papa Gani and Mama Jan, Shay and Eric. It was fun, but I ate too much. I ate too much and I paid the price with poor sleep. We didn't eat that late. I think we ate like at 9. But I ate a lot. I ate like OMAD style meal at 9 at night. We're right, Sarah. The best. Love is true. Sipping with you. All or nothing, friend. That's enough. Love is true. Thank you, friends, for keeping this space safe. Missed your comment, but we are birds of a feather gap. I am loudly cawing like Zoe in the other room. I'm so grateful for this time with y'all this morning. Feel the feels. Aw. On P. Just making sure I have the microphone on me. I was just like, can they hear me properly? On P. We love you. It's so nice having you in the space with us. It's always a pleasure to celebrate and be happy with you in this moment. Programming flex requirement. I just typed like 10 CSS properties and it styled the button exactly how I thought it would. Typically takes much more real trial and error. That was cool. I know enough about programming to understand what you're talking about broadly. But very much understand enough to understand the satisfaction that comes with things working the way you expect them to. Right? Like, I think this is what I'm supposed to do, and then that thing's supposed to do what I want it to do. And then you do it, and then it does it. And you're like, neat. Neat. Usually I struggle for 15 more minutes after I try it the first time. This is different. Love is true, Dan. Hell yeah, Dan, I'm proud of you. Tell me, you ate the rolls. Rolls were eaten. I think I might have 2.5. I think I had 2.5 rolls. With the cinnamon butter, that was a new, or cinnamon sugar and butter. Of course, silly me. It was nice. It was very nice. We had I suddenly, did you see what happened? Did you see? I caught myself. It was happening. I was starting to talk about food. Now I need to weigh all my options. Give me a second. Today's stream topic is about having grace. Would it be graceful of me to let myself talk about what I ate? I think it would be graceful for me to not throw a tantrum about it. Okay. There's a part of me that's warming up to the idea. All right. I'll give you the rundown, right? But just so you can know, not so that we can talk about it. I ordered a ribeye steak because it was the same thing Papa Gani ordered. He was like, I'll have a ribeye steak. And I listened to what he ordered, and then I went, I'll have what he's having. And then before that, I ordered what they called a cactus flower, a cactus blossom. That's what it was. Essentially a bloomin' onion with a different type of breading on it. First bloomin' onion that I've ever eaten. The fact that you can just pull the pieces off like chips or fries. That's what you say in America. Sorry, Zhao and family. I got made fun of for that a little bit. We call chips, we call fries or French fries in South Africa. We call them chips. Yeah. And there was like a little starter with, I think, potato peels and cheese and bacon, jalapeno poppers and little chicken bits. And Jo shared a little bit of her rib with me. The ribeye was like marrow. It's the softest piece of steak I've ever eaten in my life. It was nice. All right, and at that I think, even though that was nice, and I didn't even finish my steak. That's the best part. I ate like half of it. I could not sleep properly last night. I was way too full. I was like, oh my goodness. I think I ate. That was, I think, the most I've eaten since I came to America in a single sitting. So much food, so much food, and then you take like a whole meal back home as well. I think I get it. I'm fasting too, you butt. And I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. I'm so sorry. You see, this is what's happening. We're a community of people that fast sometimes. We fast, and then hearing about food doesn't make it easier. No, doesn't make it easier. I'm so sorry. Like that, we basically after that, the cops, me and Joe were like, we need to fast. After what just happened to us, like fasting is what's required. That's why we're fasting today. Love is true. Drive through, hello and goodbye. Love you, Nancy. It's nice having you. It never does in the first time in programming, but today it did. Nice. Come, coffee, coffee. Would it be graceful to talk about what I ate? Perhaps. But let's pivot to, did you nourish yourself in any regard? I mean, it was protein. I had a lot of protein last night. I'm pretty sure I had more protein than I had carbohydrates, relatively speaking. And in that way, I did do a lot of physical activity. I was on that one wheel, or EUC of mine, technically. I was on the wheel. I call it Mimo for Meltmobile. I even had I put stickers. It has its name on itself. Little Mimo. I'm gonna keep putting stickers on it until it looks like mine. And also so I can hide all the scratches from falling. I did fall yesterday. This is the extent of my battle damage from my tumble. Those new gloves that I got myself, you want to see them? Let me see how far away they are. I did say I'm gonna get myself gloves and a helmet, right? And I wore both my gloves and my helmet yesterday when I fell. And my gloves did exactly what they were designed to do. Yep. And they ate all of that impact. And my handsies are unscathed. Yay. Love that. Super happy that I have these after that experience where I'm like, oh, they work. Who would have guessed? This thing that's supposed to protects your hands when you fall. Because that's the instinctive thing to do. Like as soon as you fall, you go, hey. My head wasn't even close to the ground. I think I'm good at falling. I've fallen twice now. Yeah, only 2 times. The one time was on a slippery patch of ice. And yesterday, there was a pothole in the side skirt. All right, I was riding on the side, so like I'm far away from the actual vehicles coming past. And even then, the vehicles would give me a wide berth. They would like come past me. Nobody honked at me. Nobody was rude. People would be smiling and waving. But there was a hole here in this side skirt. So I had to like shimmy myself closer to the side skirt still. And then there was a wheel print into the road. It looked like some heavy vehicle had like pressed down on that or something when it was still wet. I don't know exactly. And then created a divot in the ground, and that divot was filled with water from the melting snow and slick with maybe like sediment or fine salt or oil or something. And yeah, went through that little hole and then came off the wheel. And then fell, hands first, and then tucked and rolled for like one little roll. And then all of the energy was dissipated. Picked up the wheel, inspected any damage on the wheel. It's pretty much fine as well. Like I think it just got some mud on it, pretty much. I wasn't going fast. That's the big thing. Like, I'm not speed demoning that vehicle. The fastest I went was 25 miles an hour when its top speed is like 40, right? And like the thing is, like, going at those top speeds, that's where the risk starts kicking in of like falling forward, because it no longer has the power to sustain the speeds at which you're going. And in that way, I have a lot of respect for the wheel and more respect for my gear as well now. It is making me want to buy myself more gear, which is a good and a bad thing. Right, would be good for my body to be more protected. Would be bad for my confidence levels. Bad as in I'll be more confident, which might make me change my speed limits. I'll see. Maybe if I have like a lot of gear, then I'll change the speed limit. But for now, I'm gonna keep myself slow. All right. Having some grace with myself. Yes. Falling with grace off a single wheel. What the hell's happening in Dan's chat window? Like, I'm just suddenly reading, like, Dan is like, what? We have a second to talk about food, and he's just like, let me food out all the food. What the fuck? And I'm fasting to you about it. Never order the same level of steak as the father-in-law. He is the alpha male. Wolves don't have them, but we do. You eat the lesser cut, Melt. Ooh. I didn't know that was the rule. I didn't know that was the rule, but maybe that's the lesson that I needed to learn. I thought it was a sign of respect for what he ordered, because I thought that would mean I, out of everybody at the table, respect what he wants more, right? To the point where I would eat what he's eating, because I didn't know what was good there. But thank you for letting me know, Sam. I do kind of feel bad now a little bit. I feel kind of bad. Thank you for reaffirming why I don't talk about food. Boom. My pedantic has another little boon of information that slots in, that makes it, you know? No. You do? A little bit? Maybe. God, get it, Gab. Your body will thank you. Where your beautiful wife, she's at work. Those are nice. Potholes are going to be terrible after this winter. It's been mostly fine. Mostly fine, what I've seen at least. We've only gotten one heavy snow this year. All the fallen leaves from last fall are still around. Ain't shit been composed this winter. Yeah. I was wondering, does the snow not help? I guess the cooling down doesn't help the organisms, right? They probably want some heat to decompose probably. Right, Sam? It's been slow here as well, getting ready for it to come down. Got snow in Texas too. It was a winter mix especially, and the ice didn't thaw for 5 days, which is very unusual. Same here. Like, I think us was like here for 2 weeks, right? There's still some snow out there, but most of it is on its way out. I'll post a snow selfie in Discord. Best thing to say to a father-in-law is, I have never harmed any woman ever. It instills a lot of confidence in him. Oh, thank you, Dan. I'll be sure to tell him that and like really stress it and get like a little bit aggressive and pushy when he doesn't accept that I'm a nice guy. It's a soft rule in the Midwest, Melt. Like keeping your elbows off the table. If he wasn't religiously. What is that word? Religiously offended, then he's not in the meat culture and doesn't care. I don't think he cared. But now I am very thinking about it. And I'll, like, I don't know. Oh my goodness. I wish I was told this beforehand. I wish I was given some pointers. No, you curses. Stop it. No talking about food. Forever again. Never ever will I ever talk about food. Never ever. Forever never. Miles was flying down those icy hills. That sounds fun. It's totally normal and an unsuspicious to big to say to the father-in-law. Yeah, unauspicious thing to say to the father-in-law. Where are you from? I'm from South Africa, Jacob. Don't know what the kind of trolling is about, but this isn't Google. I mean, I don't know if there was like questions being asked. I'm guessing so. Sports, no spamming. You've been warned. Love is true. What is that word? I had one hand and the boy kept yeeting a fork at me. It's misspelled. I'm lost. Yes, Melt. You can point out specific women that you've never harmed by name too. It adds to the point you're making. Yeah, like if if that Jessica said that I beat her, she's totally lying. Because I would never. I should like make points like that. Why are you freaking baiting me into saying these things? That stop, oh stop! I have to like riff with you and make these jokes as well. In the past year, I've had snow in the yard the whole winter. It's dry right now. Yeah, that's the thing because of the conditioning, right? Our our burners like drive off the moisture as it recirculates the air inside our homes. I trust that you have the plans at the very least and are running a humidifier. We do have one in our room as well, and it barely keeps up to try and keep the humidity at the comfortable level. The first few nights when I would go and blow my nose in the morning, maybe TMI, there's blood. I was like, I don't think it's supposed to do that. And then I like told Joe, and she was like, "Oh, it's because the air is so dry." And I'm like, "Ah, remedy situation." It's cool that we live in the age where, for the price of a meal, essentially, you can buy a piece of technology that will humidify the air for you constantly. It will have smart sensors built into it that can detect the humidity level in the air and turn itself on when it's appropriate to. Burp trying to warn Melt. Oh, I've been getting warned. Maybe he's warning me about all of this great advice that Dan is giving me. Yes, exactly. Accuse women for the past of lying about your view. Calms the nerves of a father-in-law. Yeah, me and Gani already have a good relationship, right? It's strange for me to name one of my elders. I would say probably up until he's actually like my father-in-law, but I like calling him Papa Gani. Me and Papa Gani already have a good relationship. He wants to play pickleball with me. He's stressing that I should play pickleball with him. We had some cool conversations, like sharing. Me and him were like birds of a feathering because both of us aren't from America originally, right? So in that way, he was looking at me. I could see him looking at me with a certain energy of, we're the same, same, right? And we are the same. Pickleball is fun. I haven't played any. He did say that he thinks I'd be good at it because I have long arms. Look at all of this reach. So yeah, I'm gonna have to get good. I don't think I have played a total of 10 tennis matches in my entire life. I've played maybe 10 squash games. I've played way more badminton that I actually like, that I feel very comfortable in playing. Played a fair bit of that. But I guess it wouldn't be that far from that fractal. It's funny that we get attention for doing it here when it's objectively just as annoying, but so gets ignored. Sometimes that's how it be, right? He has learned that I do not respond if he screams at me. And then he stops. He stops, and then I'll go about my business. Maybe I'll eat a banana, and then I'll go in on my own accord, and I'll give him a little piece of banana. Lucky bird. Maybe I'll eat a blueberry if I feel like it, and then I'll be like, I'm sure this bird would like a blueberry too, and then I go and give him a blueberry. Or I keep it fast and loose. Never know my next move. Oh, am I gonna get a banana? Am I gonna get a blueberry? Maybe I'll get an almond. But he never gets what he wants. He wants out. That's what he wants. He wants to be out here with me. But nay. He does get out of his cage every day, sometimes three, I think pretty much 3 times a day. The last session is like usually a little longer. But I would love to be able to get him out of there. Love that. But I don't trust him. Mm-mm. He hasn't been very trustworthy. He doesn't try and bite me when I feed him, which I think is a good sign. But he does try and bite me if I try and touch him. Pretty much every time. Pretty much. I think I've only like pet him once. I think I pet him a single time, where he put his neck up against the cage to get some scratches, and I was like very, okay, I'll try, I'll sketch you, I guess, a little bit. Maybe my nervous energy is what's making him bite me, but like the beak on him is too big, too big for me to be as comfortable as Joe is right now. Joe will grab him by his beak, not like with force, but like pinching it and then kiss his little face, and he won't like try and pull away or like fight her. He'll be into it. And I'm like, okay, all right, you're doing that. Pickleball is fun. I have 3 total humidifiers for my indoor gardens. You see, must have. Trying to keep that, what, 62? 62 is the one. Keep that 62. You want a cookie? You've been such a good bird, Zoe Burb. Let me bring you something nice. Ooh, what's it gonna be? What's it gonna be, Zoe Burby? You know that sound. Oh, you do know that sound. Oh. And then I'm gonna get him some blueberries too. Wow. You want a cookie? Let me bring you a cookie, Zoe Bird. I'm bringing you a cookie. There you go. You want a cookie? Let me point this camera upwards a little bit. Oop. There you are. You see yourself? Huh? You want this? You want this? Which one do you want? You want this one? Or you want one of these? Oh, your face came this way. Oh. You say, Is that tasty? Is that tasty? Oh, say hello. Hello. You're a good birdie. You want one of these blueberries? There you go. Have a blueberry. Is that good? Is that good? You like that? Him spitting out the skin irks me a little bit. You want one more? You want another one? Which one do you want? You want almond or blueberry? I'll give you a blueberry after the almond again so you can... Oh, you dropped it. Let me get it. Sorry about that, little homie. Joe, that was quick. That was quick. You knocked that thing out. You want this last blueberry? What a good bird. You a good girl. Yeah. He's actually a boy, but he's been told he's a good girl his whole life, so he's older than me. You a good girl? There goes the skin. Yeah. That's all I had. You saying hi? No, it's a good girl. All right. Was nice chilling a little bit, Zoe. Thank you for being so nice and quiet. Not just screaming your little lungs out. No, I won't hit your cage. I won't hit your cage. Apparently, some of the previous people that have been taking care of him was like hitting his cage with like a broom or something. So he doesn't much like my tripod. It's too broom-like for him. He gets a little bit antsy about it. Okay. Whoa. What's happening here? There we go. That's awesome, man. I can recommend a pickable score keeping app that pairs with the Apple Watch if you're interested. My friend developed it. It counts your swings. I don't have an Apple Watch. This is the Samsung Fit 3. I think it was $30. I couldn't believe it. I was like, a smartwatch for $30? Surely it can't be good. But for $30, I'm willing to find out how bad it is. And I'm still wearing it 2 years later. No, a year and 2 months later. Technology has come far. It stopwatches, it keeps time, it tracks my heart rate, it tracks my sleep cycles, it tracks my steps, of course. And it can control my music from a distance. It can even trigger my camera from a distance as well. What more smartwatch does one need? You can get smartwatch enough for $30. Feels like living in the future. For anyone interested, there we go. Poopsie, at Poopsie, and holla at me with the buddy, Michael Sapp. He'll be impeccable. Yeah, so Oopie is in the Discord as well. I think that's what he's saying. Grace smiled. Grace, thank you. Thank you for the reminder. That is what today's stream is supposed to be about, after all. Depends on temperature. Can't wait to show you and break it down. You'll geek out. Uncle Beckers knows a bit what I'm talking about. The dew point. Oh yeah. I found a whole box of those humidity detectors the other day. Yeah, having to jar them as well, right? Making sure that the humidity stays right. Hey, my friend Spencer says hi. Hi to your friend Spencer and to you as well, Pebble. Love is true. Take care, you all. Peace on P. Peeper, so good to catch up with you. So much love to you and your fam. So much love here in the chat. Thank you, friends, for joining me so lovingly. It really is a pleasure to share this space. I think it's time for us to pull a card, right? We are gonna pull a card from the Work Your Light deck, I think. We did do Sacred Geometry yesterday. So it is time. You're a big sweetie, Mel. Trying to make me blush? Trying to make me blush, hero? I'll blush, dude. Don't challenge me. I'll blush, I'll blush. Moopers, so good to catch up. Love is true. You friends, I love spending time with you. You really do make me feel like there's more to look forward to, you know? There's good to look forward to. That love is true. We echo that sentiment all the time. All right. Now for the card pull. I'll look for a stop in chat. And as soon as I see that stop, the card my thumb rests upon will be pulled. Feel a stop coming. It is close. So close. Pixels. Registerium. This is the moment that chat completely disconnects and stops auto-updating. There we go. Thank you, Sam. I'm sure I can start getting a hand cramp about that stuff. I feel some of us are definitely going to be resonating with this message. Today's stream topic has been about grace, right? And I feel this is a beautiful extension of that idea. We pulled share your voice. Some pyramids, stars, rock formations, water, sitting in a cave, it seems, staring out into reality. Come out of the cave, persecution and expression. There we go. Share your voice. Come out of the cave. You are being called. To share your voice. Perhaps by speaking up in a relationship or through writing, speaking, singing, or some other form of creative expression like dance. We each hold a truth deep within us that longs to be expressed. Sculpted for lifetimes, the voice of your soul is like no other. It carries with it wisdom that can only be gained through soul history and growth. By remembering, tapping into, and expressing this unique tone, we not only heal ourselves, but we also heal the planet at large. When you share your voice, you unlock something in the universe and call a missing piece of you home. Your individual voice is the most powerful sound current on the planet. It does say sound current. Not currently. The most powerful sound current on the planet. If you have kept your soul's voice silenced or held back, chanting or singing could be truly life-changing for you. As we shed layers of our personality and start letting our unique soul speak through us, we discover that we actually have a very clear message that longs to be shared. The more we speak it, the clearer it becomes. There has never been a better time in history than right now to rise up, speak your truth, and share your soul's voice. If you feel fearful, know that you are not alone and that the world needs your unique tone in order to harmonize. As we each rise up and share our song, we make it easier for the next person to do the same. Express yourself, share your voice, speak to those who can hear you. What a pleasure it is to be heard by you friends again today. To hear you and you sharing back with me. My bad, I didn't think y'all would hear that. I missed something. The sharp condition. Oh, so we both let one loose count? It's hard to find expression. I mean, I had this whole thing, and this feels like such an odd way to finish this stream with, but I'll share it anyway, where I was in a very meditative state, and then I came to this conclusion that the fart sound, the flapping of cheeks, was like one of the original sounds, one of the first divine expressions of sound into the universe. I'm so sorry. I really did have a whole moment like that because it is very simple. To make the sounds that we're making right now takes a lot of evolution. And before you get there, you get farts. My friends and I concluded the same one night. How about that? Same. Love is true. Thank you, friends, for joining me. I appreciate you so much. It's always a pleasure sharing the space with you. I'll see you again tomorrow. I mean, babies make fart sounds before going. You see, they go, right? Exactly. Yes, more affirmation that my meditative thoughts have some sort of value behind them. It's interesting that all of us have come to these conclusions, been like, all expression is divine, even the fart. Yes. Look at us being hippie 5000s. I'll see you friends again soon. Goodbye, everyone. Thank you for joining me.